Jacob KingThe Associated Press6.06.21 1055 Ver-sur-Mer, France, app, when the sun rises over Omaha Beach, revealing vast stretches of wet sand extending toward distant cliffs, one starts to grasp the immensity of the task faced by Allied soldiers on June 6, 1944, landing on the Nazi-occupied Normandy shore. Several ceremonies were being held Sunday to commemorate the 77th anniversary of the decisive assault that led to the liberation of France and Western Europe from Nazi control, and honor those who fell. These are the men who enabled liberty to regain a foothold on the European continent, and who in the days and weeks that followed lifted the shackles of tyranny. Hedgerow by Normandy. Hedgerow, mile by bloody mile. Britain's ambassador to France, Lord Edward Llewelyn, said at the inauguration of a new British monument to D-Day's heroes. On D-Day, more than 150,000 Allied troops landed on the beaches code-named Omaha, Utah, Juno, Sword and Gold, carried by 7,000 boats. This year on June 6, the beaches stood vast and nearly empty as the sun emerged, exactly 77 years since the Dawn invasion. Coronavirus restrictions again keep veterans' families from attending ceremonies for the second year in a row. Anniversary commemorations are marked by virus travel restrictions that prevented veterans or families of fallen soldiers from the US, Britain, Canada and other Allied countries from making the trip to France. Only a few officials were allowed exceptions. At the UK ceremony near the village of Ver-sur-Mer, bagpipes played memorial tunes and warplanes zipped overhead trailing red, white and blue smoke. Socially distanced participants stood in awe at the solemnity and serenity of the site, providing a spectacular and poignant view over Gold Beach and the English Channel. The new monument pays tribute to those under British command who died on D-Day and during the Battle of Normandy. Visitors stood to salute the more than 22,000 men and women, mostly British soldiers, whose names are etched on its stone columns. Giant screens showed D-Day veterans gathered simultaneously at Britain's National Memorial Aboretum to watch the Normandy event remotely. Prince Charles, speaking via video link, expressed regret that he couldn't attend in person. On June 6, 1944, in the heart of the mist that enveloped the Normandy coast, was a lightning bolt of freedom, French Defense Minister Florence Parly told the ceremony. France does not forget. France is forever grateful. Charles Shay, a Penobscot Native American who landed as an U.S. Army medic in 1944 and now calls Normandy home, was the only surviving D-Day veteran at the Ver-sur-Mer ceremony. He was also expected to be the only veteran taking part in a commemoration at the American Memorial Cemetery later in the day. Most public events have been cancelled, and the official ceremonies are limited to a small number of selected guests and dignitaries.